Hello students, welcome to my channel Maths Made Easy by Jasprit Kaur. This is your Jasprit teacher. In this session, I'm going to give the introduction of quadrilaters for class 9th, chapter 8. Okay, in this session we are going to discuss quadrilaters, different type of quadrilaters and their properties of all the quadrilaters. What is the quadrilater? We'll discuss. Okay. So before starting our session, I just want to request everyone, please subscribe my channel. Those who didn't subscribe, please subscribe my channel. Like and share with your friends and press bell icon button so that you can get every day's daily updates. Okay. So let's start now. What is the quadrilaters? Quadrilaters hoti kya hai? So first of all, I'll give the definition of quadrilater. If I have four non-collinear points, I have four non-collinear points and I will join that four non-collinear point. Then what I got one closed figure. That closed figure which I got by joining the four dots, that is a quadrilater. So quadrilater kya hai? A quadrilater is a plane figure that has four sides or edges and also have four corners or vertices. Quadrilaters will typically be of the standard shapes with four sides like rectangle, square, trapezium and kite, or irregular and uncharacterized. Okay, so hai kya quadrilater? Quadrilater is a four-sided, this 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is a four-sided closed figure. Okay, so we have so many type of quadrilaters like square, rectangle, rhombus, like that. So all these type of quadrilaters are these closed figures are the quadrilaters. There are different type of quadrilaters. So today we'll discuss all the quadrilaters separately and their properties also one by one. Okay, so this type of, by joining these four dots, I have 1, 2, A, B, C and D, four dots. I joined these four dots and I got one closed figure. So this closed figure A, B, C, D is my quadrilater. Is a plane figure that has the four edges, four sides, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so this is the definition of quadrilater. Now let's do the types of quadrilater. There are different types of quadrilaters, that is like trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle, square, rhombus, kite. All these are the different type of the quadrilaters. So we'll discuss one by one all the quadrilaters and their properties also. Okay, then in next session, next class, we'll discuss the each property for all quadrilaters. Like today we are going to discuss parallelogram and their properties. Then in next lecture we'll discuss each and every property. Okay, now we'll see what properties we'll do. First of all, we'll see what are the quadrilaters, different type of quadrilaters. So first of all, I have parallelogram. Okay, so what is a parallelogram? Parallelogram is a quadrilater with two pair of parallel sides. See, I have two pair of parallel sides, this AB and CD. This two pairs of, one pair is AB and CD and one pair is AD and BC. These two pairs. Okay, this is one pair and this is the second pair. So parallelogram is a quadrilater with two pairs of parallel sides. The opposite sides of parallelogram are equal in length and the opposite angles are equal in measure. So opposite sides, these two and these two are equal in length and their opposite angle, this one equal and this one, both angles are equal. Okay, opposite angle should be equal. This is the property. We'll see what is the property. First of all, we have opposite sides are parallel and congruent, means opposite side should be equal and parallel. Then that quadrilater will be a parallelogram. Number 2, if the opposite angles are congruent, meaning what opposite angles? Like angle B should be equal to angle D, angle A should be equal to angle C. Okay, the consecutive angles are supplementary, means what? Angle A plus angle D is equals to 180 degrees. Sum of these two angles, these adjacent angles, angle A plus angle D should be 180, angle D plus angle C should be 180, angle C plus angle B or angle B plus angle A, any pair. Okay, so consecutive angles are supplementary. Next one, the two diagonals bisect each other. These two diagonals, here AC is a one diagonal, this AC is one diagonal and BD is another diagonal. So two diagonals bisect each other, right? The next one is each diagonal bisect the parallelogram in two congruent triangles. Meaning what? Each diagonal, meaning this diagonal, bisect the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. If I am taking AC diagonal, then AC diagonal bisects this whole parallelogram ABCD in two congruent triangles. Which two congruent triangles? This one. This two congruent triangles. This one. ACB is congruent to ACD. Okay, got it? If I am taking this diagonal BD, then I will got two congruent triangle ADB and CBD. Okay, so these are the main properties of the parallelogram. So if these properties holds in any quadrilateral, then that will be a parallelogram. Okay, the next one is square. The next quadrilateral is square. This is also a quadrilateral, type of a quadrilateral. So what is a square? A square is a four-sided figure whose sides are all the same length and whose angles are all right angles measuring 90 degrees. Okay, so any four-sided closed figure will be a square. But the condition should be all these sides should be same. All the sides should be equal. So what are the properties for square? All the sides are equal. This is the main. Opposite sides are equal and parallel. Opposite sides. Like I have this square ABCD. This is a square in which I have four sides AB, BC, CD and DA. And the condition is all sides should be same. All sides should be equal. Side AB should be equal to side BC is equal to side CD is equal to side AD. We can say that AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to DA. Meaning what? All sides are equal. So that quadrilateral will be a square if all the sides are equal. But we know that if all the sides are equal, we have one more quadrilateral is there, that is rhombus. But the one more condition that is not in rhombus, that condition is different from rhombus. We'll see in next quadrilateral. So in square, one thing is side should be same. All the sides should be equal. Number two, opposite sides are equal and parallel. This opposite sides AB and CD should be equal and parallel. Okay, opposite side AD should equal and parallel to BC. Diagonals are equal. Here I have diagonal this AC and diagonal BD. So I am taking diagonal AC and BD. I have this AC is one diagonal and BD another diagonal. Okay. So these diagonal are equal and diagonal bisect each other at right angles. See here, when these diagonal bisect, here is one point O. These diagonals bisect each other at point O and at 90 degree. This is very important point. This all the angles should be same, that is 90 degree. So diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree at right angles and two adjacent angles add up to 180 degree. Adjacent angle means what? This angle and this angle. Okay, the sum of these two angles, angle A and angle B, should be equal to 180 degree. If all these properties holds good in any quadrilateral, then that will be a square. Okay, so square is what? Square is a four-sided figure, closed figure, in which all the four sides are equal and all the four angles are 90 degree. Okay, come to the next one. Our next quadrilateral is rhombus. So we'll see what is the difference between rhombus and square. Okay, in rhombus also there are four sides and all sides are equal, but one difference will be there. A rhombus is a special case of parallelogram and it is a four-sided quadrilateral. All the sides of rhombus are equal in length. So this is my rhombus. Rhombus is a special case of parallelogram. It is a type of parallelogram and it is a four-sided quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And all sides of rhombus is also equal in length. But in square also all the sides are equal. Now let us see what is the difference between square and rhombus. Now come to the properties. All the sides of rhombus are equal. This is my first property. The opposite sides of rhombus are parallel. Opposite side, this opposite side, let it be a B, here is C and here I am taking point D. Then opposite sides AB and CD. Opposite sides of rhombus are parallel. These are parallel, okay? And AD is parallel to BC. Opposite angles of rhombus are equal. Opposite angles what? Angle A should be equal to angle C. Opposite angle B should be equal to angle D. In a rhombus, diagonals bisect each other at right angle, like in square also. These diagonals bisect each other at right angle. All the angles are right angle. The sum of two adjacent angles is equal to 180 degrees, same like square. This sum of these two angles, angle A plus angle B, should be equal to 180. Or you can say that any pair, angle B should and plus angle C plus angle D plus angle A, any pair consecutive angle should be equal to 180 degrees. Sum of these two adjacent angles should be 180 degree. The two diagonals of rhombus form four right angle triangle which are congruent to each other. These two diagonal AB, okay, and diagonal AC, they are forming 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 right angle triangles, okay. See, why it is a right angle? Because this angle is 90 degree. So they are forming the 4 right angle triangles, right, which are congruent to each other. So we'll prove this property in our next lecture. We'll prove this property. Why these four triangles which are making by these two diagonals are congruent. We are going to prove this property in our next lecture. And not only this property, even we are going to prove each and every property regarding each quadrilateral. We'll prove, okay. So you will get a rectangle when you join the midpoints of the sides. This is a midpoint of side AB, this is a midpoint of side BC, this is a midpoint of side CD, and here is a midpoint of side D. If you will join these sides, what we'll get? We'll get one shape that is a rectangle, okay. So these are the properties of rhombus. So what is the difference between them? Same properties, square we are holding good, huh? So one thing is that in square, each angle is 90 degree, but in rhombus, this angle is not 90. It is a kind of parallelogram. Sides are parallel and equal, but this angle A, B, C, D is not a 90 degree. Angle is here when diagonals bisect each other. There is angle 90 degree only. Okay. So come to the next quadrilateral. That is rectangle. Okay. What is a rectangle now? Rectangle is a two-dimensional plane figure with four sides. A rectangle is four-sided polygon in which the opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other. The rectangle is a special type of parallelogram with all its angles equal. A rectangle with four equal sides is known as a square. Okay. The some properties of square also holds in rectangle. So a rectangle is what? Rectangle is a two-dimensional plane figure with four sides. Again, what is rectangle? Rectangle is two-dimensional plane figure with four sides. Like here I have point A, B, C and D. So A, B, C, D is my rectangle with two opposite sides equal. Side AB should be equal to side CD. Side BC should be equal to side AD. Opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other. Okay, this property hold. Then the rectangle is a special type of parallelogram with all its angles equal. So all angles. So any quadrilateral in which at least one angle is 90 degree, that is a rectangle. So all angles are 90 degree. Okay, and rectangle with four equal sides is also a square. But rectangle may be a square with, if that rectangle have all the sides are equal, then that rectangle will be a square. Okay, otherwise it is a rectangle if only opposite sides are equal. So now come to the properties of rectangle. A rectangle is a quadrilateral, as we know all. Okay, the opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other. This I already discussed. Each anterior angle is equal to 90 degree. Each anterior angle, this angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D, all are equal to 90 degree, and diagonal bisect each other again. Here is one diagonal, this is my another diagonal. They bisect each other. Here they are bisecting, and both the diagonals have the same length. So we can say that diagonal AC should be equal to diagonal BD. Okay, so length of the diagonals are equal. So if these properties hold in any quadrilateral, then that will be a rectangle. So you can say that square is a rectangle and a rhombus. Okay, but a rectangle or a rhombus is not a square. Got it? Got my point? A square is a rectangle and a rhombus. Why? Because in square all the sides are equal. They can be a rectangle also, it can be a rhombus also. But rhombus cannot be a square because in rhombus angle is not 90 degree. And rectangle cannot be a square. Why? Because rectangle only the opposite sides are equal. But in square all the sides are equal. This is a difference. Okay, got the point, students? What is the difference between these two? Now the next one is trapezium. This is my next quadrilateral. That is also a type of quadrilateral. This is a special type of quadrilateral. That is a trapezium. So trapezium is a 2D shape and a type of quadrilateral which has only two parallel sides and the other two sides are non-parallel. So that quadrilateral is a trapezium. What are the properties of trapezium? Like I have this A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. So this is trapezium. We'll see why it is a trapezium. In this type of quadrilateral, only the pair of opposite side. This one pair of opposite sides should be equal and one pair of opposite sides are not parallel. Okay. So this one pair AB and CD. This is a parallel sides. One pair should be parallel and the non-parallel side AD and BC. This is other pair. So what are the properties of trapezium? Like other quadrilaters, the sum of all the four angles of the trapezium is equal to 360 degrees. Sum of all the angles like angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D, angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equals to 360 degrees. Like we know sum of all the angles, all the interior angles of the quadrilateral is 360 degree. Angle sum property of the quadrilateral. Same in trapezium also. So trapezium has two parallel sides and two non-parallel sides that I already discussed. This side AB and CD are parallel. We can say that side AB is parallel to side CD. This is first one. And side AD are not parallel to side BC. These are non-parallel side. Okay. The diagonal of regular trapezium bisect each other. These two diagonal AC bisects diagonal BD. Two pair of adjacent angles of the trapezium formed between the parallel side and one of the non-parallel side add up to 180 degree. Two pair of adjacent angles, this angle A plus angle D, between two parallel side and one non-parallel side is 180 degree. Okay, if all these properties holds good for any quadrilateral, then that quadrilateral will be a trapezium. We can also call trapezium as trapezoid. Okay, so what is a trapezoid? Trapezoid also one type of quadrilateral, special type of quadrilateral like trapezium, that is also trapezium. So there is one special type of trapezoid, that is isosceles trapezoid. So what is the isosceles trapezoid? So here I'll draw one more quadrilateral, that is like here I am taking this side and I have one side like that. So this and this. So this quadrilateral ABCD is also a trapezoid, or you can say the trapezium. Then what is the difference between this trapezium and this trapezium? So this is my normal trapezium, normal trapezoid, traditional trapezoid, and this one is my isosceles trapezoid. Okay, you can write another name. You can write here first one, and here is a second quadrilateral, second figure. So figure 1 is a traditionally like normal simple trapezium or trapezoid, and the figure number 2, this one is a isosceles trapezoid. What is the difference between these two? In first one pair of parallel side and the non-parallel side are unequal. ठीक है, ये जो नॉन पैरेलल साइड्स हैं वो इक्वल नहीं रहेंगी, तो जो आइसोसिलेस है उसमें जो नॉन पैरेलल साइड्स हैं वो भी इक्वल रहेंगी. ओके, वन पेयर तो पैरेलल है ही, इसमें भी पैरेलल है, इसमें भी पैरेलल है, बट द नॉन पैरेलल साइड इन नॉर्मल ट्रेपेजियम इज the non-parallel sides are not equal, but in isosceles trapezoid, the non-parallel sides, the length of non-parallel side will be equal. This is the difference only. Got it? Okay. Now come to the next one and the last one, that is kite. This is also a type of quadrilateral. Kite is a quadrilateral that has the two pair of equal length side and these sides are adjacent to each other. Got it? Like kite we are flying, that kite. So it is again type of quadrilateral that has two pair of equal length sides and other two sides are मतलब two pairs equal रहेंगे कोई भी दो, two adjacent only, this one this side and these two sides are equal and this long side and these two adjacent sides are equal. Okay, one pair of adjacent. There are two pair of equal length sides and these sides are adjacent to each other. This is very important point. So now come to the properties of kite. The two angles are equal where the unequal side meet. Two angles are equal where the unequal side means. Unequal side means what? This side and this side. You can say that here I am taking A, B, C and D. So you can say side AB and side BC. These are unequal side. Where these two sides meet, that they are meeting at point B. So this angle should be equal. Okay. So two angles are equal where the unequal side meets this. So angle B should be equal to angle D. It can be viewed as a pair of congruent triangles with a common base. Or you can say that if this I am taking common base, these two triangles, triangle A, B, C, or you can say that triangle 1 will be congruent to triangle 2. That is triangle ADC. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADC. It has two diagonals that intersect each other at right angles. These two diagonals, this smaller diagonal and the bigger diagonal, these two bisect at each other at 90 degree at right angle. Kite is symmetrical about its main diagonal. This is main diagonal. If I am taking this main diagonal, big diagonal, then it is a symmetrically, as I already discussed in this point. Like this base, if I am taking this AC is base, then it will be symmetrical about AC. Or you can say that these two triangles are congruent, ABC and ADC. Okay. And the shorter diagonal divides the kite into two isosceles triangle. If I am taking this BD shorter diagonal, so this shortest diagonal divides this kite into two isosceles triangles. Which isosceles triangle? ABD. This is also isosceles because here two sides are equal. And BCD, here these two sides are equal. Okay, you got all the points now? So all these are the properties of kite. So today we discussed different type of quadrilaters. I am going to repeat. Number 1, first of all we did quadrilateral. What is a quadrilateral? Then different types of quadrilaters like parallelogram, square, rectangle, rhombus, isosceles trapezoid or normal, you can see that trapezoid. Then kite. Okay, so all these are the quadrilaters and we separately discussed properties of each quadrilateral. So all these are the different types of quadrilaters. So in next lecture we'll discuss one by one all the properties which today I already discussed properties. So in next lecture we are going to prove these properties. Okay, so I hope you understood today's lecture, you enjoyed today's lecture. So in case you feel any difficulty, you are not able to understand any property about quadrilaters, please be free, share with me, write your comments, write your doubts in comment box. If any problem is there, we are here to solve. Okay, so please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.